I'm still here. I'm fighting. I'm not losing. But I got to amend that. When you die, that does not mean that you lose to cancer. You beat cancer by how you live, why you live, and in the manner in which you live.
Next month, it'll be 10 years since we lost our dear friend, legendary broadcaster Stuart Scott, due to cancer. He was only 49, but his legacy lives on with his beautiful daughters, Taelor and Sydni, each and every day. They have continued to carry his spirit, and they work with the V Foundation and ESPN, establishing the Stuart Scott Memorial Cancer Research Fund, and it is our pleasure to have both the young ladies join us here. Taelor and Sydni, great to see you. Can you tell us a little bit more about this fund? Because it's been now a decade, and it's specifically helping to raise funds for whom?
It's really difficult to describe what it means to us to be a part of a team that has raised almost $400 million for cancer research. And to me, what I think is that the pricelessness of it is really what makes it important. What this fund is doing is making sure that dads get to walk their daughters down the aisle. It's making sure that grandmothers get to see their kids graduate from college. And there's not a price you can put on that.
So the V Foundation, broadly, cancer research, right?
Yes.
They've been doing this for decades. The Stuart Scott Memorial Foundation Fund. This is providing money for researchers who are specifically studying cancer incidences in communities of color and providing money for researchers who are people of color themselves, right? So these are researchers who are going to go back and bring the things that they're learning to their own communities. I wish we lived in the world where just cancer research at a rising tide would lift all boats, but there are these disparities that they're stuck. And, you know, this is something that essentially that seeks to lift all tides.
You're helping underrepresented researchers with this fund, and of course, every single dollar, 100% goes to cancer research. You raised nearly $20 million with this fund. What do you think your dad would say about that?
Listen, this is the work that his legacy has become, right? And Taelor and I are so proud of that. You know, these are the types of communities that raised him and that he would never turn his back on. And so to see the work that is being done, I'll give you an example. Black men have a higher mortality rate from prostate cancer than any other group other than indigenous men.
Yeah.
There's a researcher in Evanston, Illinois, who has created a center for personalized medicine specifically for black men and prostate cancer. So there are, so we're attacking this at the individual. It's individualized and it is community based. And I know that Chicago is where he was born and where he grew up. To see that there are black men researchers working for results for black men in their communities, like my sister was saying, I know he would be over the moon.
When he was in studio, he gave 100%. When he was a dad, he gave 100%. These players on this court give 100%. Why is 100% so important when we talk about funding and the donations, the money going to the V Foundation?
100% of effort has moved the needle. Since 1991, cancer death rates have dropped by 33%. We don't know what that's going to look like in another 20 years, but because of the effort that is being put into place, because of the work, because of the research, because of the funds, we're about to see a future that he couldn't foresee or imagine.
And what we see also, it's not just this basketball event. Tomorrow night, the Booyah Gala. Tell us a little bit more about that, because I'm going to have some Baileys and ice cream tomorrow night. Please tell me more, Sid.
So glad to hear that. So the Booyah event, we've been doing this for 5 years now. It is a fundraising event. It is a celebration of life and legacy. So we are essentially going to be gathering, doing some more fundraising. We're going to have some really exciting announcements about the work that has been done in fundraising and where that has gone to. So it's a chance to be in community, to hear from researchers about the work that they're doing, and for people to be able to see the impact that their dollars have had on researchers, on patients, on clinical trials. It's a celebration, and we're so excited for it.
It's my favorite night of the year.
Yes, it is.
Yes, it is.
By the way, the reason why we mentioned that, Baileys and ice cream, that was Stuart's favorite dessert, no matter what. And if you want to have that bonding time with your kids, you want to think about Stuart Scott and celebrate him, Of course, donate to the V Foundation and have some ice cream. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
You guys, he would be so proud.
Thank you.
Much more coming up here from Madison Square Garden. Once again, v.org/Stuart. All donations benefit the Stuart Scott Cancer Research Fund here as we continue to celebrate V Week. 100% of your donations go to cancer research. Seth and J. Will coming right back to talk about the first half.
This halftime report is presented by